Hi, I'm Ian from Kettering's Robot in 3 days. I will be showing you guys our intake prototype that we have. So at first we had some issues with the wheels that we had. We were using the stealth wheels, and the stealth wheels were way too slippery, and they're kind of not they weren't the correct material for this. So we ended up switching to these compliant wheels, and they perfectly pulled in the note. And this is the spacing that we will be using on our final design. We're going to cut it out of CNC instead of this ugly metal structure that we have, but I will now show you some test videos that we have that work for this.
Starting off with the non-compliant wheels, you can see that at any rate of speed, the note comes into the intake very differently. We could not get a consistent reading on what the note would do inside this style of intake. So it took several tries before we did realize that it's the grip of the wheels on the intake that was potentially creating an issue. So we decided to go with compliant wheels, and we decided to have a further spacing to see if we could get a better grip on the note. And as you can see, we were able to get a much more consistent slow intake which is what we wanted to see, and we were able to repeatedly get the same result over and over again. Hi everyone, it's Kirsten from Kettering, and we're here for our Sunday recap from Robot in 3 days, where we're kind of going to go over what we did over the past couple of hours, or rather a few hours, and basically show off what we did. So first off, here's our superstructure for our chassis. We have spent a long time figuring out the correct dimensions and correct placement for the holes, and we kind of just built a sturdy base to work off of. We are using a simple kit of parts chassis, but it is viable with this year's rules. Part of the day was spent CADing and CNCing this bracket to go on our intake, which we've shown off in a prototype recently, where we will have our intake mechanism, and it will be attached to our arm, which will be attached with an axle right here. Here is the arm we are talking about. It is very much a work in progress, but we have the correct sprockets we need, and we are still working on assembling it and fully testing it to ensure that it does work. Obviously, we've been trying a bunch of different axle sizes, so eventually we'll see what works. And we also been assembling the gearbox with versaplanetaries as well. So as you've previously seen, we already have our intake prototype all ready to go. We are using the same exact dimensions as we used in the prototype for the real robot. And we have decided to go with the green compliant wheels and the black compliant wheels, spaced at relatively this distance, which is a few inches, just so we can have the maximum grip on our ring. And that'll pretty much do it for the Sunday recap of the Kettering Robot in 3 days for 2024. I hope you all enjoyed, and hopefully we'll have some more for you soon.
This video on fun is brought to you by viewers like you, and also in partnership with the following. Discover how Kettering University students engineered their success with Kettering's amazing co-op employment programs, where students earn great pay and gain valuable experience. Those accepted into Kettering University can apply for a robotics scholarship, providing up to an additional $5,000 a year in tuition assistance. Head on over to kettering.edu/first to learn more and apply. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to stay up to date on our new videos. Keep the conversation going and provide your input to our content. Watch our live shows at twitch.tv/firstupdatesnow. Join our Discord at discord.gg/firstupdatesnow, and check out Fun FTC on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and First Updates Now on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter.